It was a day like any other. The sun was setting, casting an orange glow over the horizon as I drove home from work. Little did I know it was a journey that would forever alter my perception of life and death. As I approached an intersection, I saw a flash of movement in my peripheral vision. Before I could react, a speeding truck ran the red light, slamming into the driver's side of my car. Time seemed to slow down as the impact sent my car spinning out of control. Everything went black. Suddenly, I felt weightless, as if I was floating above my mangled car. Looking down, I saw the chaos below. The wreckage, the flashing lights of emergency vehicles, and the frantic efforts of paramedics trying to extract me from the wreckage. But I wasn't in my body. I was watching it from above. Panic surged through me as I realized what had happened. I was dead, or so it seemed. Yet I felt strangely calm, detached from the fear and pain below. I began to drift upward, drawn by an inexplicable force. Soon, I found myself surrounded by darkness, a vast void stretching out in all directions. But amidst the darkness, there were pinpricks of light, like distant stars in the night sky. I floated towards one of these lights, drawn by its warmth and radiance. As I approached, the darkness began to recede, replaced by a surreal landscape unlike anything I had ever seen. I found myself in a vast meadow, bathed in golden light. The grass swayed gently in an otherworldly breeze, and the air was filled with the sound of distant music, a hauntingly beautiful melody that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the universe. But it wasn't just the scenery that captivated me. I felt a profound sense of peace and joy wash over me, as if I had finally come home after a long journey. As I wandered through the meadow, I encountered beings unlike any I had ever seen. They glowed with an inner light, their forms shifting and changing like wisps of smoke. Some seemed to be human, while others were more abstract, their shapes indistinct and ever-changing. They greeted me with smiles and gestures of welcome, their voices echoing in my mind like distant whispers. They spoke of love and unity, of a oneness that transcended all boundaries of time and space. They even showed me what the world would look like in 1,000 years' time, and it was truly beautiful with no pollution or sadness. I didn't know what to think, as it certainly wasn't the world I had just left. I lost track of how long I spent in that wondrous place. Time seemed to lose all meaning as I basked in the beauty and serenity of the realm beyond the veil. But eventually a voice called out to me, a voice that seemed to come from the depths of my soul. It was time to return, to rejoin the world of the living. Reluctantly, I turned away from the meadow and began to drift back towards the darkness. The journey seemed longer this time, the void stretching out endlessly before me. But just as I began to despair, I saw a flicker of light ahead, a familiar light shining like a beacon in the darkness. It was my body lying amidst the wreckage of my car, surrounded by the flashing lights of emergency vehicles. With a sense of determination, I pushed forward, drawn towards that distant light. And then in an instant, I was back in my body, back in the world of the living. The pain hit me like a tidal wave as I gasped for breath and struggled to make sense of what had just happened. Had it all been a dream? Or had I truly glimpsed the world beyond the threshold of death? I may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. I will never forget the journey I took that day, the journey beyond the veil. And though I may never fully understand it, I'm grateful for the glimpse I was given of the mysteries that lie beyond. We hope you enjoyed Evan's story. Do you believe in the afterlife? Please leave comments and subscribe to give you notifications of future videos.